Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and boy oh boy is this exciting. It is Epilogue Day here for PSO2 JP. We finally have the final scenes from the story translated. And so that is going to be the big majority of what we're going to be doing today. But I did promise on the last stream as well that we were going to be taking a look at the MPA version of the final battle. That's what we've got coming up right now here. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off here. And it is Primordial Glare from the Void. Let's do this on Ultra Hard. And we're going to skip through that. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Shift to Drink EX. Let's make sure I'm stocked up. Yes, I am. Alright, and I just want to make sure my volume is up. There we go, that's what was missing there. Alright, I'll go ahead and hop into a party here. Alright, so we'll be kicking this off in just a moment here. It looks like everybody's just getting organized into their parties. How's everybody doing, by the way? This is a very exciting day. These are the final cutscenes. I've been looking forward to seeing this for quite some time. Just haven't had a chance to get over here with everything that happened with the launch of Episode 5 of the North American version. But this is still really exciting, what's going on. Let me go ahead and let me just drop this in. Let's see. Okay. Looks like we are going now.
生きとし生けるもの、いいえ、今まで生きてきたもの、それらすべての願いがここに集う。それは闇を払う光、大いなる光となって。
And here we go! So as you can see, we skip past the Shiva battle, we go straight over to the Primordial Darkness here. Let's kick this off. Alright, first claw's down, second one's down. Let's get over here, get on the third one. There's another over there, but I believe we are split up enough that we're going to get them both at the same time. Yep, there we go. Alright, next phase. And they are going to do their breath attack over there. Let's get over here, get on this claw. And onto the eye. Alright, let's see where we're headed. Alright, they're going to strike this platform. Let's take out this claw here. Alright. This one is now dangerous. Let's get out of here. And over here. Alright, where to next? Let's get over here. Alright, they got their black wave coming. And we're going over here. Onto the eye. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. Yeah, that one can come up pretty fast there if you're not careful. I'm going to hold off on using my Imperial Cleave until we get into the second phase of this fight. No reason not to waste the energy when this phase just goes down really easily. Alright. Headed down to the next stage, but that's not the third phase. Alright, let's get on the claw. They're coming down. All right, on to phase number 2. And let's kick this off. I'll go ahead and toss a Star Atomizer here. And I need to refresh my boosters. Alright, here we go. Alright, they're gonna do their big attack on the ground there. Goes Imperial Cleave. Alright, we are switching over to a new arena. understood why they never fixed the directional tracking on Guilty Break in this fight. Alright, on to the next arena. Alright, next round. Oh, they moved away. That's a good hit on Imperial Cleave. Hey, Lord Samuel, how you doing today? Gotcha. Sorry to hear you got destroyed there. Hopefully you were still able to take them down, though. Let's see. We got this phase coming up, I think? No, it's the other one. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry to hear you lost him then. Alright, we're pushing into the next phase here. Gotcha, okay. Need my sacrificial bite back. Let's get over to the side. That got him. Alright, he's stunned. Let's do some damage. Let's finish him off. And that is a great end to the final battle. In this case, the MPA version of it, rather than the story version here. And so with that, let's go ahead and get out of here. I don't believe their text has changed at all. I don't think anything big dropped for me. Let me just check the counter real quick, though. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just a 13 star. I'll go ahead and take care of this right now, though. Alright, with that, let's make our way over to the bridge, and let's take a look at the final cutscenes presented here in the epilogue. So, Sierra. We're gonna do Story Quest, Episode 6. Starting with a certain administrator's request.
ご報告承りました。残念な結果ですが仕方ありません。ゆっくり休養してください。お疲れ様です。何か気になることでも？あの方からは任務について報告がありましたが、残念ながら苦い結果でした。全滅を免れることができたのが唯一の成功と言えるかもしれません。
It's funny, this is the first cutscene we've ever really actually had with Coffee here.
戦地へ送り出した結果がひどい怪我だったり、帰還不能、そういった事態も起こり得ます。覚悟を決めているとはいえ、私の指示に間違いはなかったのかと自問してしまいます。
That's just part of the job.
おっしゃる通りです。当然、皆さんもその覚悟があることは理解しているのですが、その時は最善だと思った指示でも、振り返るとより被害の少ない方法が頭に浮かんだりするものです。被害を受けた方を思うと心苦しいですが、そうして常に見直すことで、次回はより成果が高く、 被害が少ない方法を探る。そして最終的には無事に帰還できるアークスの人数を大きく増加させたい。それが今の私の願いです。ガーディアンであるお二人には多くの無理をさせてしまっています。これまでで最も困難な任務となりますが、必ず無事に戻ってきてください。
Okay, so I think this was actually intended to be presented then before the final battle happened in the story. We just didn't have it translated at the time.
これは指示ではありません。アークスになった時からあなたたちを知る一人の管理官からのお願いです。
I think we're probably going to have several cutscenes like this, so hopefully everything hopefully we actually have some real epilogue here though. I'm pretty sure we do. All right, up next, let's take a look at a vacation to save the world. So that's probably going to be the same deal here.
こんな時に私たちだけ遊びに行く相談をしてていいのでしょうか。
そうだよな。いよいよ決死の戦いに赴くって時に遊びに行くなんて不謹慎じゃ。
いいのいいの。その決死の戦いに全力投球するためにも今のあなたたちに必要なのは休息だよ。気を張り詰めっぱなしだといざという時にパンクしちゃうって。休むのも仕事のうちだからね。
それもそうか。しっかり休んで戦いに備えるんだな。俺も頭を切り替えるよ。
それでは早速全力で遊びに行く先を考えましょう。
あなたも一緒に行かない？
Depends on where you're going, I guess. I guess let's say what's going on here.
あざなみさんに休息のためバカンスに行こうって誘っていただいたんです。
こんな時なのにって思ってたけど、こんな時だからこそ休息が必要。その通りだと思う。
というわけで、やっぱりバカンスといえば海でしょう。新しい水着も買っちゃってさ。
Why am I not surprised that it went this direction? They're probably thinking about Wolpal.
水着なら俺はもう持ってるけど。ってあざなみさんも水着持ってなかったっけ？
甘い。せっかくのバカンスだよ。新しい水着で心も体も楽しまなきゃ。二人ともいつもシンプルでスポーティーな水着しか着ないでしょ。たまには可愛いビキニとか試したら？
ちょっと待ってよ。そういうのは俺似合わないし。
私もそういうのはちょっと恥ずかしいです。
まあまあそう言わずに、新しい可能性にチャレンジするのが人生を楽しむコツだよ。そうだ、あなたはどんな水着が二人に似合うと思う？
Don't put me on the spot here. The cute kind.
またそうやってからかう。俺なんかに可愛い水着なんて似合うわけないのに。
私もあまり可愛く飾り付けた感じの水着だと中身が負けてて恥ずかしいです。
でも先輩がどうしても見たいって言うんだったら俺
確かにどうしてもと言われるのならいやでも
I'm not the one forcing you.
おお、二人とも可愛いね。さすがガーディアン、あの子たちもイチコロだ。今度の戦いは不利だ。だからみんな気持ちが張り詰めてるし、休息なんて論外って人もいる。でもね、私はそんなの嫌。休むときは休む、頑張るときは頑張る。 私が旗振って休ませなきゃね。まあ結局あなたと一緒に遊びに行けるってことが2人には一番嬉しいみたいだけどね。だからあなたも無茶はしないこと、私たち楽しみにしてるからね。お姉さんとの約束だよ。
Alright, we got a Tri Boost plus 100% from that. And up next, let's take a look at 1 plus 1 and 1 minus 1.
あなた、準備はどう？私はもちろん準備万端だよ。いよいよ。
はいはい、それではガーディアンのお二人に突然ですが質問です。
いきなり
問題。ガーディアンのお二人はどんな思いで今度の戦いに挑むのでしょうか？
質問じゃなくて問題になっちゃってるよ、パティちゃん。
次の選択肢のうちどっち？ A、死んでもシバを倒す。 B、絶対生きて帰ってくる。
Well, if I remember correctly, back when we actually went through the end of the story, I think I was going with option A at the time.
もしも A を選ぶなら、私がここは死んでも。
どうしたの、パティちゃん。
いや、死んでも通さないっていうつもりだったんだけど、自己犠牲も尊くない？
なぜそこで手のひらを返すの？
強敵に立ち向かい、絶対絶命。その時、俺に任せて先に行け。これはこれで燃えるじゃん。
まったく。いい？パティちゃん。1-1はいくつ？
バカにしないで。1に決まってるじゃん。
That gives you a hint about just how much of a personality Patty is, I guess.
決まってないから。答えは0でしょ？
あ、そっか。それで？
たとえ目的を達成できても、大切な人が死んじゃったら 1-1 で0なんだよ。じゃあ応用問題。目的を達成できて大切な人が生きて帰ったら？
だったら 1+1 で答えは2だ。
はい、よくできました。というわけです。お二人とも死の覚悟は必要と思います。ですが、もし結果としてお二人を失うようなことがあれば。
1-2 はわかんない。でも言いたいことは伝わったよね。それでは最初の質問の答えを2人一斉にどうぞ。
I'm definitely coming back alive then.
私も約束するよ。絶対生きて帰ってくるね。
絶対に約束だからね。破ったら2人の恥ずかしい情報をばらまいちゃうから。
Wouldn't you try to do that anyway after this whole thing is over?
嘘、私そんなのないはず。もしかしてあの時の、それともまさかこの人にこっそり。
But so I just have a good password and everything, you'll be fine.
まといさん、パティちゃんに騙されて言っちゃダメです。
Alright, there's another Tri Boost plus 100%. Let's move on now to a keen interest in newlywed life.
今後のために聞かせてもらえると嬉しいって言われてもな。 ちょっとウルク、イオを焚きつけたのあなたでしょ。
人聞き悪いな。イオちゃんも興味があるだけだってば。エコーさんの新婚生活にね。
カフェで今後の話をとか言って、それが目的だったのね。なあ、君からも2人に言ってあげてよ。そんな話してる場合じゃないって。
You know what? Let's go with it. Married life. Let's hear it.
まさかの裏切り。君までそっちに回らないでよ。
そもそもエコーさん勘違いしてるよ。これも全部未来のためなんだから。
私とゼナの新婚生活がどう未来のためになるってのは。だいたい総司令の仕事はいいの？
総司令としてやるべきことなんて全部終わっちゃってるのよね。あとは最終決戦を待つだけ。今さらジタバタしても仕方ない。それより私たちには今だからこそ考えるべきことがあるの。
今だからこそ考えるべきこと？
そう、それは未来のこと。私たちが全て終わらせた後の平和になった時のことを考えなきゃ。敵を倒すために戦うんじゃない。平和な世界を手に入れるために戦うの。その目的を忘れないため、平和になった後のことを考える。それって大事だと思わない？
Well said there, Oak.
確かにダーカーを倒すために戦ってるって思いがちだけど、
言われてみればそうだよな。平和な未来のために戦ってるんだ。
だからね、結婚という明るい未来を勝ち取ったエコーさんの新婚生活が聞きたいの。
エコーさん頼むよ。俺そういうの全然わからなくて未来が想像できないから。
分かったわよ。期待に応えられるとは思えないけど。で、何を聞きたいの？
Well, maybe to start where you and Zena are gonna go on vacation after this whole thing is over.
俺から質問いいかな。前からすごく気になってたんだけど、その好きな相手が自分のことも好きなのってどんな感じなんだ？
眩しい。両思いの気持ちってことよね。なんていうか言葉だと難しいけど。
Gotcha, Pen. Thank you for the update there.
包み込まれるようで安心できるというか、この人は信じられるんだっていうか。
We're doing fine over on the English ship. Probably could fill up a few more slots in the Alliance, though.
結婚するまではね、すごく不安だった。ゼノが本当に帰ってきてくれるのかとか、失踪した時も信じたいけど不安で。
Yeah, you kind of proved that one, Echo, after he disappeared that first time. And then you tried to go hunter on him.
でも結婚してからはゼノを信じていいんだって思えて、不安が一気に消えたみたいだった。
イオちゃん、よーく聞いておいてね。これがのろけってやつだよ。
自分たちが聞いたんでしょうが、ひどくない？
Ah, that was sweeter than a parfait.
聞かれたから答えたのに、言わなきゃよかった。
さて、じゃあ最終決戦前にテオの顔でも見に行くか。それじゃ。
そうね、私もゼノの声が聞きたいな。 じゃあね二人とも。あのさ先輩、
That sounds good, Pen. Thank you.
時間があったらさ、俺ともう少しだけでいいからお茶してくれる？
Sure. And there's a try boost plus 100%. That's probably going to be what we get from all these. All right. I'm gonna let the scrolling thing at the top run out, and then we'll proceed here. Yeah. Like I said before, it looks like we're just kind of going through what everybody's final thoughts were here before the final battle actually went down. And then hopefully we'll actually get into the actual epilogue shortly here. Yep, that's the that's the message for the end of the of that MPA there. Yeah, it's and I saw that we have Corella coming up. So yeah, that was one of the scenes I remember being teased here at the end of everything. So we'll get down there in just a moment here once once I let the rest of this scroll by here. But yeah, a lot of my thoughts of what was going on really haven't changed too much with the information that's come out about New Genesis since. If anything, the way that some of their the way that they grew their arms in the final battle like that in the second phase seemed kind of reminiscent of how kind of stretchy some of the dolls can be actually in New Genesis. And I also noticed that the dolls have some bioluminescence that basically fills their body. Kind of like Chaos from Sonic Adventure, actually. And it's possible that may have also been in play for the Primordial Darkness as well, so that might be something that carries over. We'll have to see on that one. Anyway, let's, now that the scrolling is gone, let's check out the Fearless Duo.
Oh yeah, あんたかい。これからやっこさんのところに乗り込むんだろ？準備は大丈夫かい？
俺たちも出撃するからな。これから姉さんも交えて作戦会議だ。
お、ひゃ
よー、クラリス・クレイス、久しぶりだな。
あんたアムドスキアでサラと一緒だったはずじゃないか。どうしたんだい？
呼吸とか報告とかは必要だからな。ちょっとだけ戻ってきたんだ。
誰だいあんたは。
はじめまして。私はファレグ・アイブズと申します。以後お見知りおきを。
ああ、あんたが例の魔人かい。悪かったね。急にさっき向けちまって。
What are you doing here?
こちらこそ驚かせてしまって申し訳ありません。強い気配が集まっているのを感じてこちらまでやってきましたが、あなた方でしたか。
How is Earth holding out?
ええ、地球にいた外敵は撤退しました。今はマザークラスタが後片付けをしていますが、もう大丈夫でしょう。それにしても、先ほどのあなたからの殺気、とてもいい目をしておられました。大変素晴らしかったです。
そういうあんたも私の殺気に全く動じなかったところを見ると相当できるね。
お褒めに預かり光栄です。よろしければこれから一戦いかがですか。
差しでの勝負ってところかい。いいね。 これからの肩慣らしにはちょうど良さそうだ。
勝負か、勝負するのか。それなら私も参加するぞ。
六芒金庫 VS マジン、これは盛り上がるぞ。クラリス・クレイス、早速準備だ。
わかった。
What about the War Council?
確かに悪いね、あんた。私もお偉いさんに呼ばれてるからね。勝負はまた今度で頼むよ。
残念ですが仕方がありませんね。では今度お会いした時にはぜひ。
なんだ、やらないのか。
今はな。さーて、俺たちも行くぞ。クラリス・クレイス。
And keep in mind, Huey has fought her before, back on Earth. Alright, there's another Tri-Boost plus 100%. Alright, up next we have Beyond the Edge of a Blade.
やあやあ、とうとう祝願を成し遂げたね。完全に平和ってわけじゃないけど。
Okay, now I think we're into the epilogue here.
これからは自分のやりたいことができる時間も増えるかもね。私がやりたいことはやっぱり刀の鍛錬かな。おっと、その顔。今このタイミングでどうして鍛錬と思ってるんでしょ。刀はね、精神を鍛えることができるんだよ。心を澄ませば刀は鋭くなり、やがてその心そのものが研ぎ澄まされた刃にならん。これはレギアスの独り言。私が直接言われた言葉じゃないんだけどね。刀の鍛錬は精神の鍛錬につながる。鍛えられた精神ならどんな困難でも立ち向かえる。刀の鍛錬を通じてそんな強い精神を身につけたい、そう思ってるんだ。お、興味湧いた？なんなら私があなたの精神も鍛えてあげようか。
I think I'll pass on that one.
あらら、振られちゃったか。でももし今後興味が湧いたらいつでも声かけてね。と言ってもあなたの方が精神力強そうだし、逆に私の方が鍛えられちゃったりしてね。
Alright, there's a Lambda Grinder and Pen. What can I say? If it was bad enough, go ahead and report him. Alright, moving on to Kashra here. The means to protect peace.
あなたも休憩中ですか？私も少し息抜きようと思いましてね。平和になったからこそ忙しい。ああ、誤解しないでください。有事の時が暇だったというわけではなく、表に出る機会が増えて忙しいのです。私の顔を見て感謝の言葉をいただくこともありますが、自分の日頃の行いのせいで素直には受け止めにくいものです。それに感謝の言葉はあなたのような人にこそふさわしいもの。全てを救ったあなたにこそですよ。遅れてしまいましたが、私からも感謝をさせてください。
Now there's a surprise.
いえ、失礼。確かに自分でも驚きです。それだけあなたには感謝している。 そう受け取ってもらって結構ですよ。ですがあなたには人を疑う目が足りません。古今東西あなたのように歴史を作った英雄を担ぎ上げる輩が現れるものです。反面圧倒的な力を持つあなたを危険視し、アークスに対して疑念を持つ輩も現れるでしょう。そもそもアークスとダーカーとの争いもフォドンが存在したためです。であればフォトンを兵器として扱うことを禁止するといった主張の勢力が生まれる可能性さえあります。
That is actually a very thoughtful way of looking at things there.
そうなれば今のオラクルは分裂、いずれ争いに発展、そういった恐ろしい未来もあり得るかも。まああくまで私の妄想です。しかしあなたという存在をきっかけに起こりうる未来かもしれません。そういう事態を避けるためにも疑う目を持ってくださいという忠言なわけですが、そうは言ってもあなたはお人よしの塊みたいなものですし、難しいでしょうね。
Not really. I've seen that sort of thing happen before. Back with, what was it? Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 Card Revolution. You had the Hunters and the Arcs back then. Although not the Arcs of PSO2, the Arcs with a Z of the of Pioneer 2.
まあ、注意喚起みたいなものですよ。そんな争いを起こさせないために情報部があり、私がいるわけですから。
And let me correct myself there. They were not on Pioneer 2. They had their own base located on Ragol somewhere.
陰ながら見守らせてもらいます。平和を維持していきたい気持ちはあなたに負けていないつもりですよ。大切なものを守っていただいたあなたにも報いたいと思っています。では失礼しますね。
Alright, there's another Lambda Grinder. And up next, Xiao's Peaceful Routine.
いや、しばらくぶりだね。元気にやってるみたいでよかった。そうそう、シエラの頑張りもあって、アークスシップの完全独立化まであとほんの少しだよ。管理完成を手放したら僕は暇になってしまいそうだね。ずっと先の未来でも演算しようかな。
Now that's what I've been waiting to hear. Because, you know, we know there's a 1,000-year gap and everything between now and when New Genesis starts. So, are you going to be there once New Genesis starts? Are you still going to be guiding the arcs? Calculations are all there is for you to do?
心配そうな目で見ないでくれ。僕は人の願いで紡がれる未来に興味が尽きることはないから。
じゃあ、こちらシエラです。インタビューの結果をお届けします。今日のテーマは女性アークスが働きやすい環境とはです。あなたもよろしければぜひご一緒に。
これはシエラが最近始めたことだ。独立に向けて自分の足でアークスのみんなから意見を集めたいってね。まあ僕もウルクも賛成だよ。組織をより良くしていくために個々人の意見も大切にしたいからね。
では報告させてもらいますね。まずは総務部のサラさんからのご意見です。もっと気遣って感謝しなさいよ。あと頭撫でるの禁止。
Sierra, what are you doing?
なるほど、却下。今後も気遣って感謝はするけど頭は撫でさせてもらうよ。
Oh, I get it. Okay, that's right. Xiao is the one that was actually patting her head. So... Okay. I misunderstood that for a second there.
続いてはガーディアンのまといさんからのご意見です。みんなの幸せを守り続けたい。私はそれだけで十分だよ。
うん、なるほどね。ちょっとテーマとずれてるところも含めて実にまといらしい意見だ。最後は
情報屋の地位向上。パティちゃん偉いって褒めて。隣のティアさんはため息でした。
素質はともかく情報部にパティエンティアを入れたらどうなるかちょっと見てみたい気はするかな。
I've been curious about that too, actually.
今日は以上ですが、せっかくなので私からも一つ。女性キャスト向けに胸パーツの。
悪いねシエラ、つい手が滑って切っちゃったよ。
Oh, that never stops with Sierra.
とまあこんな調子で今日もアークスは平和そうだね。平和な日常か。本来辿るべき運命から君が連れ出した奇跡そのものだね。でも時々思うんだ。奇跡を手に入れた先にあるのは破滅の道だけじゃないかって。シオンという奇跡を手に入れても闘争や犠牲の悲劇が繰り返されたのはそれが正しい運命だからとか。そんなに深刻な顔しないでよ。ごめん、意地悪を言ったね。遠い未来や未来と共に歩むもの、それらがどのように変わるとしても僕は奇跡を願ってるよ。
Alright, we got a Lambda Grinder from that, so... Unfortunately, no little hints about the future from Xiao that's gonna lead into explaining New Genesis, but okay. Up next, from that Day of Descent.
にしてもまさか終了任務で助けたルーキーが深淵なる闇を倒すなんてな。
確かナベリウスにダーカーが出てゼノが先走って助けに行ったのよね。
エコーが遅刻しただけだろ。まあ将来のガーディアンに助けは必要なかったかもしれないけどな。そういえば覚えてるか？
Oh yeah, I remember that day very well. I remember that day when it used to be you could take 3 different paths. And one would lead to you, one would lead to Matoy, and one would lead to Persona. We don't have that anymore.
終了任務の時、俺がお前さんの顔をどこかで見たことがある気がするって言ったの。
Yeah, that was pretty obvious in terms of what had happened once you started looking through episode 2 there. And we went back in time to see Matoy.
あれな、似てたんだよ。お前さんが俺がアークスになる前に世話になった師匠でさ。
師匠ってゼノが珍しくいいこと言うときに大体受け売りのあの？
いいんだよ。師匠の言葉は俺の言葉なんだって。で、どこが似てたのか思い出した。お前さんの雰囲気や姿勢なんかが師匠とダブってたんだ。
でもゼノの師匠がどこか行っちゃったのはもう10年以上も前のことでしょ。雰囲気が似てるとかこの人だって苦笑いしてるじゃない。
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
ああ、分かってるさ。でも仕方ないだろ。知っての通り、あの頃の記憶はいろいろ曖昧でな。正直、師匠の顔もうまく思い出せない。なのに変な話だが、お前さんといるとなぜか時々師匠を思い出すんだよ。
Well, let's be honest, we didn't have that many cutscenes together back then either.
師匠は今どこにいるんだろうな。俺、師匠の教えを守れたんだろうか。
You still need to work on your diligence.
精進が必要か。だな。お前さんの言う通りだ。まだまだ頑張らなきゃな。しかし、お前さんの言葉はまるで師匠に言われてるみたいだ。まったく不思議なもんだな。
I guess it's still not public knowledge that I have this time traveling ability.
ゼノに合わせてくれてるだけだって。それにしても本当、あの時の新人がこんなになっちゃうなんて。
二人とも想像を超えすぎだろ。片やアークスに二人だけのガーディアン。
片やアフィンだって元アプレンティスたちに振り回されるある意味特別な存在だもんね。でもそれを言うならゼノが6号入りしたのだって信じられなかったけど。
無我夢中だったからな。まあ、あの時はエコーに心配かけたからあんまりいい思い出じゃないが。
Well, you were also kind of our ace in the hole that nobody knew was still alive back then.
私もハンターになったりして後悔はしてないけど、ずいぶん周りに迷惑かけたと思う。
Didn't I just bring that up a few minutes ago? Your marriage is the biggest shock of all.
その説は驚かせてごめんなさい。言われると恥ずかしいわね。
過去のすべてが現在と未来の平和にしっかりつながったんだよな。だから俺たちは再会できて結婚できた。
そうね。私たち全員で手に入れた平和を誇りに思わなきゃね。そうだ、せっかくだから新婚旅行ってやつに行ってみない？アフィンもまといちゃんもみんなで。
Aren't honeymoons supposed to be intended for just the two of you?
ぼーっと見てないで君も来るの。みんなで掴んだ平和なんだから。
確かにそうだな。じゃあ全員で行くとするかなあ。
I guess I'm getting dragged into that one. Anyway, Lambda Grinder. Okay, up next we have Aurora's Thanks.
あんた、お疲れ様。
ありがとうね。深淵なる闇は私たちが勝手な都合で作って捨てて宇宙全体を巻き込んだ。ダークファルスも深淵なる闇もあなたたちに全部押し付けて無責任にも程があるわ。それなのにあなたたちは私たちにはできなかったことを見事に成し遂げてくれた。だからせめて私からお礼を言わせてもらうわ。私たちの代わりに深淵なる闇を倒してくれてありがとう。
どうしたのよ、急に柄にもないことして。
私は直接関わってないけど20の女神の一人だったな。責任の一端は私にもあるのよ。
あっそう。でも今回はあんたも一緒に戦ったじゃない。シャオに隠し玉とまで言われたのよ。この人には遠く及ばないにしてもあんただって感謝されてもいい立場のはずよ。
ゆくちゃん相変わらずゆくちゃんは優しいわね。なんだかんだ言っても私が落ち込んでたらいっつも こうやって励ましてくれるんだから。
あんたね、私は真面目に。
私はゆくちゃんから離れられないみたいだし、これからも手を貸してあげるわ。
Now that's an interesting point here. Obviously, as Euclidia continues to age, there is the fact that Aurora is technically still going to be around and available as a Genesis weapon. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to be around in New Genesis as well. Funny name and all that.
だからこれからもよろしくね、ゆくちゃん。
まったく素直じゃないわね。って似た者同士か。
Alright, there's another Lambda Grinder. Alright, looks like we're starting to get towards the end here. Let's move on to Harmonious Harkatan.
スクナ姫、琴城さん。
おお、そなたらか。春コタンにおった敵の連中はいなくなったぞ。
白の民たちも閣僚から戻り復興を行っている。
よかった、私たちも終わったよ。
そうかそうか、これでまたのんびり過ごせるの。
春コタンに平和が戻ったのも全てはあなた方のおかげだ。ありがとう。
スクナ姫も頑張ってくれたし、琴城さんも手伝ってくれた。みんなで頑張って、みんなが望んだから今につなげることができた。そうだよね。
It's thanks to everyone.
そうだよね。誰が欠けてもこの結果はなかった。みんなのおかげなんだよ。
かか、これにて一件落着。めでたしめでたし。そういえば琴城よ、白の王がそなたを娘の婿として迎え入れたいと言っておったぞ。
Now that's a surprise!
なんでも白の王の娘がな、そなたに惚れておるらしくての。
一体なぜそのようなことに。
そのようなとは失礼なやつじゃのう。覚えがないとは言わせぬぞ。かなり前じゃが、わらわがかの黒いわらしのもとに一人で挑みに行った折、そなた白の民たちに大声で葉っぱをかけたそうじゃの。
黒の民がみんなダブルに食べられちゃって、スクナ姫が一人で決着をつけようとしたとき。
Sounds to me like he's trying to set Kotoshiro up to be the next king.
その時じゃ。琴城が灰の転移で助けに来た時は驚かされたわい。してその熱い演説を聞いた娘が、そなたの勇敢な姿と魂のこもった言葉に心を奪われたそうじゃ。
初耳です。
Ah, okay. So then it's actually his daughter that's actually interested in him then. Not just an arranged marriage then.
じゃろう。してどうじゃ。
どうと申されました。
煮え切らん態度じゃのう。そなたいつまで独り身でおるつもりなんじゃ。
いや、それは。
わらわとしてもそろそろ孫の顔が見たいの。
私は
琴城さん、タジタジだね。春子たんももう大丈夫みたい。よかった。
All right, there's another Lambda Grinder. And up next we have Season's Creepings. And it looks like we're headed to Earth this time. Is Sierra looking in on them again?
この前のお弁当美味しかったね。キャベツ弁当。
キャビア弁当ね。格上の復興を手伝ってくれる人たちに配るお弁当としてはおかしいけど。
なんでかな。私はちゃんと普通の仕出し弁当を発注したはずなんだけど。ありがとう、氷。僕、美味しいお弁当が食べられてすっごく嬉しかった。アルくん優しすぎだよ。じゃあ今度はもっと美味しいものをうっかり頼んじゃうから。
Oh, Corey.
やめなさい。そもそも誰向けなのよ、キャビア弁当って。そんなのはあの変態社長ぐらいしか。
呼んだかい？
Oh, Ani Hagit.
帰り道はあっち。
相変わらず辛辣だね。君たちが散々金だけ支援とかなんとか責めるから現場で弁当の指示までしているのに。
まさか氷が発注した弁当を勝手に変更したのは。
何を隠そう、この私さ。礼には及ばないよ。
やっぱりあんたの仕業か。
でもあのお弁当すっごく美味しかった。
それは光栄だね。そうそう、今日は試してもらいたい新作アプリがあってきたんだ。我が社で開発中の撮影した相手の妄想を映像化して遊べるリアライゼーションのモニターを。
That's interesting, considering one of the music tracks, the Night Tokyo theme is called Realization, so... Sure, Material Smasher, what's up?
僕もやりたい。
あるはダメ。変態が映るわよ。
辛辣さに磨きがかかってきたね。
これで棺ちゃんを取れば棺ちゃんの妄想が。
嫌だ。やめて。ホーリー。来ないで。
棺ちゃんの妄想いただき。ってあれ？
氷、それレンズの向き反対。自分の妄想を取ってどうするのよ。貸しなさい氷。あれは見ちゃダメよ。
Material Smasher, the way to look at that actually is Atlas and Lumiere are going to essentially be squished together very soon into what's called the Atlas X, and so that's going to give you the power of essentially both in a single weapon.
なるほど。さすがは私のアプリ。氷くんの妄想の映像化に成功したようだ。ほら見たまえ、君たち3人が仲睦まじく。
ふざけんじゃないわよ。 んな不純なアプリ配信できるか。今すぐ計画を中止しなさい。
I would also say, Material Smasher, we're also about a month or so away from when the Lightstream series is going to be releasing, which will be rivaling the Atlas X as well. So do keep that in mind as well. It basically, weapon with any game, you're going to continue to have weapon power creep up until the end, essentially, and we're still not even in episode 6 yet. So keep that in perspective.
映ってたの？アルくんにはまだ早いかな。あとでこっそり映像をもらわないと。
Oh, Corey.
みんな楽しそう。いろいろあったけど、また昔みたいにみんなで笑えるようになってよかった。復興も順調だし、ようやくたどり着いたって感じ。平和っていいね。うん、あの人とみんなのおかげだね。全員で掴んだ平和ですよ。アルくんも含めてですよね。
Peeping is bad. Alright, there's another Lambda Grinder. Yeah, it's, yeah, if anything, the Atlas X is probably going to happen within the next, couple of weeks or so. And then Lightstream shortly after that. Alright, up next we have a letter to Hitsuki. Okay, so we're not done with Earth yet.
Corey, 何ムスッとしてるのよ。なんかあった？
棺ちゃん、ラブレターもらったって本
当？なんで知ってんのよ。
ラブレター？お姉ちゃんの下駄箱に入ってたお手紙のこと？
あんたか。
ダメだよ、棺ちゃん。生徒の模範たるべき生徒会長がそんなものもらうなんて。不純異性交友だよ。広報部にパパラッチされて一面を飾っちゃうよ。
知らないわよ。私だってもらいたくてもらったんじゃない。
じゃあ燃やそう。今すぐね。
I am kind of curious who did drop that in for Hitsuki.
怖いわ。
ならせめて差出人を教えて。私が厳重注意してくる。
Oh, she pulled out Graham.
ほら、グラムを出すな。やめなさい、コーリー。
邪魔するぞ。
Good to see you, Unga.
あ、お兄ち
ゃん。おう、ある。久しぶりだな。元気にしてたか。
どうしたの、お兄さん。生徒会に何か用事？
いや、お前がラブレターなんて代物をもらったって聞いてな。
Just how far did this news spread already?
なんで兄さんまで。ってあんたか、コーリー。
棺、今すぐ相手を連れてこい。兄として見定めてやる。
ああ、もううるさい。差出人なんかわからないわよ。名前書いてなかったし。
名前を書き忘れるとはバカなやつだ。テストの時同じことやってみろ。頑張っても0点だぜ、0点。
そんな話 どうでもいいです。棺ちゃん、そのラブレターはどんなことが書いてあったの？
それはちょっと恥ずかしいし。
いつもありがとう。お姉ちゃんのことが大好きです。ずっと一緒にいてください。
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
ある、なんで知って？ああ、そういえばお姉ちゃんって書いて。まさか。
お姉ちゃん、ごめんなさい。僕、名前書くの忘れちゃった。よかったよかったよ。
棺ちゃん、アルくん、これからも3人で一緒に幸せに暮らそうね。
なんだそりゃ。
棺さんにラブレターだなんて、ハルくんかわいいですね。ラブレターのつもりじゃなく感謝のお手紙なんでしょうけど、一面を飾らなくてよかったです。
More interestingly, let's not forget about Aru's being technically a Dark Falz and all this. That's an interesting prospect when you think about it.
地球ももう大丈夫みたいですね。平和そのものです。
Alright, there's the Lambda Grinder. Sure, what's up, Materia Smasher? No, it doesn't have to be 7 slot as well. The way it works is you need to use if the weapon already has 7 slots that you're going to put augments on, then you can only use weapons that have 7 or more augments on them as well. For instance, if we're trying to work with a weapon that has 4 augments on it currently, and we just want to have 4 augments on it again, just replacing them with better ones, then you need to grab the augments from whatever weapons you have that have 4 or more augments on them already. So 3 and less would not work. You know what? I want to save Kurela and roll commits for the end. Let's move on to Melrondia. Let's see. Yeah, so in that case, what you would have to do is you would have to upslot weapons until you can actually get that onto a 7-slot weapon, and then you'd be able to transfer it over. Your other option is just to go onto the player market, pick up weapons that have the Astral Soul on it, that also has it already as a 7-slot weapon. That's your other option, just do it directly from there. Okay, let's move on to her role. That's how it works for most factors. There are some special things to consider, but that's a deeper discussion than I can really get into here today.
確かにおっしゃる通りです。目の前がパッと開けた思いです。3人でいっぱい話をして、
昔のように、いえ、昔よりもずっと仲良くなりたいです。キョウくんもルコも私の大好きな友達ですから。
心がまっすぐな方ですね。その友達を思うあなたの気持ちにもっと自信をお持ちください。
はい、ありがとうございました。それでは失礼。うわ
ー Everything okay?
ストラトスさん、この方はよく聞こえなかったそうですよ。
あれ、そうでした？よかった。なら大丈夫です。では私はこれで失礼します。
お待たせしました。あ、ストラトスさんと話していたことは他言無用でお願いしますね。最近後輩によく相談されます。私なんかに相談相手が務まるのかと最初は心配だったのですが、相談に乗るうちにこれが自分の役割のように感じてきたんです。こんな私にできること、こんな私だから伝えられること、あの方が残してくれた言葉のように未来を見て自分自身に向き合い、それで気づいたこと。あれから心の整理をつけながら姉さんとあの方の話を聞かせてもらっていろいろ見えてきたんです。言葉にしなければ何も伝わらない。大切な人を理解できるはずがない。今さら思い知らされた気持ちです。もう会えない姉さんとあの人の代わりに、悩んでいる後輩たちの相談に乗って少しでも役に立つこと、それが私の新しい役割。そう考えて未来だけを見つめてまっすぐに生きていこうと思います。
It seems like Io's gonna be okay here in the end, then. Materia Smasher. You would have to continue to carry the soul over if you wanted to do it that way. But keep in mind that you need multiple copies to have a better chance of it continuing to affix on like that if you're upslotting. Alright, up next, a researcher's job is never done.
.これまで対フォトナーに特化した AIS 拡張と整備に注力してきましたが、この度集結との連絡を受けました。あなたにはいろいろとお世話になっていましたので、そのご報告です。今回の研究においてあなたからいただいた戦闘データがとても参考になりました。最初総務部に相談して正解でした。ガーディアンのデータが取れるなんてありがとうございました。それとあなたの過去の戦闘データも研究用に見させてもらったのですが、大変興味深いものでした。今後は対フォトナー戦のみでなく、あなたのデータを参考にダーカー殲滅のさらなる効率化を進める予定です。研究者に終わりはありません。いざという時後手に回らないよう研究開発は続けていきますよ。
This scene feels like this might have been from before the final battle.
あなたにもガーディアンならではというお手伝いを。そうだ、機体が大破するレベルの衝撃を受けた際の耐性テストが残ってました。
友人テストは諦めていましたが、ガーディアンであるあなたならば自由に行動できて耐久性も抜群。いやー、助かりました。あなたに出会えて本当良かったです。じゃあこれから早速行けますか？
Yeah, I guess the Guardian's work is never done. Give me 10 minutes.
はい、わかりました。手始めに80万 G ぐらいから試験をしますので、準備をお願いしますね。
Okay, that's a bit much.
そうだ、ショックアブゾーバーとセーフティーは全部外しちゃった方がいいか。
Okay, she's gonna kill me before I can get to New Genesis.
せっかくだからいろいろ試さないと。で、どうして逃げるんです？ちょっと。
Alright, there's a Lambda Grinder. Moving on, a swordsmith after a battle.
祝願叶ったか。長かった戦いの中散った者たちもこれでようやく報われる。お主には感謝してもしきれぬ。我らが宿敵を倒し、この戦いに終止符を打った。まさに英雄だが、わしはそれとは別にお主に礼を言わねばならん。お主はかつてクラリッサのかけらをわしに見せ、闘将の情熱を呼び起こしてくれた。あれがなければわしは未だにくすぶり続けておったかもしれん。
And this was way back in episode 1. Alcrest 10k, thank you for the follow there.
わしをここまで導いてくれたことを本当に感謝する。実に濃密な日々じゃった。
Don't tell me you're retiring.
何を早がってにした。一言も言っておらんぞ、そんなこと。まだ戦いは終わっておらん。わしがゆっくりと余生を送れるのはまだまだ先になりそうじゃ。そもそもマリアあたりがやめさせてくれそうにないからの。どうせまた今にもラビリスを壊して駆け込んでくるに決まっておるわ。不憫なラビリスを捨ておけんしな。いやはやまったくまだまだ老いぼれさせてくれそうにないわ。
It might be helpful if you could actually fix that thing so it doesn't break in a single hit. There's another Lambda Grinder. Moving on. Yeah, we're really getting down to the end here. Let's do Sierra and then Corilla.
Control完成。独立運用コード解除っと。終わったー。これでやっと一段落です。シャオも戻ってきましたし、私の肩の荷も下りましたよ。深淵なる闇の脅威は去りましたし、あなたも無事に帰ってこれて万事解決ですね。深淵なる闇もダークファルスも消え去った現状。これ以上はダーカーが生まれる心配はありません。とはいえ、ダーカーの残党や侵食されて凶暴化した生物や兵器は依然として存在しています。ですからアークスとしての活動はこれからも続きます。でもいつかこの宇宙から全てのダーカーを消し去ることができるはずです。それまではこの不肖シエラ、あなたのことをしっかりナビゲートしますね。
あなたに会ったばかりの時はひよっこだった私ですが、今はどうです？どうです？
I would say you've become reliable. If still having your quirks every now and then.
本当ですか？やったー！褒められちゃいました。私、褒められると伸びる子です。もっともっと頑張ってたくさん褒めてもらおうと思います。だからこれからもこの不詳シエラをよろしくお願いしますね。
Alright, there's a Lambda Grinder. Alright, the Olive Branch Exchange. Don't worry about it.
しかり、自分たちと異なる存在を真に理解することが大変難しい。ただ彼らはいずれ知る。多少時間がかかれど必ず。
私は知っている。この未来はアークスのおかげ。
未来を紡いでくれたことに感謝する。私はこのレアと共にあなたの活躍を後世に伝えてゆこう。
アークスの活躍は素晴らしい。その強さは竜族にも劣らない。特別に名誉竜族として迎え入れてもいいくらい。
レラはあなたの活躍を心から誇りに思っている。
Well, thank you then.
案内役という役目を通じ、竜族とアークスの架け橋になれた。互いに協力できたことを喜んでいる。
協力できたこと、私は嬉しいぞ。アークスはどう思っている？
Gorilla is cute.
可愛いわ。知っているぞ。人は可愛いものと結婚したいと秋から聞いたことがある。じゃあ結婚する？
That went a surprising direction.
アークスの文化について秋やクーナからたくさん教えてもらった。他の竜族もこれからもっと外に興味を持っていけば竜族の未来は明るい。
レラの言う通り、この先は誰もわからぬ未来。ただあなたの活躍を心から願う。竜族もあなた方と同じ未来を。このレラ、あなたが中心となって竜族とアークスの交流を。
Careful there. Alright, we got a Lambda Grinder there. Yeah, that's a good point. Kamitsu is technically, more than likely also still going to be around 1,000 years later. So even if Shao doesn't show up for some reason, we can still look for Kamitsu as well. There's gotta be at least some sort of remnant once we get over to New Genesis. As I mentioned in the past, the number 4 that you can see on the arm of the new Ash, as it were, from the New Genesis trailer, seem to indicate that they are a 4th generation arc, so we'll see what comes of that. But it looks like we're down to the final cutscene, and we're going to close it out with our Aibo.
Yo, Aibo, おかえり。信じてはいたけどさ、本当にあんな化け物を倒すなんて。紛れもなく最強のアークスだな。よくよく考えたら終了任務で初めて会った時からその片鱗は見せてたよな。相棒は襲撃してきたダーカーに少しも物おじせず突破するってさ。正式にアークスになってからも俺の調査に付き合ってもらったり、一緒に戦技大会にも出たよな。
That being only if... Oh, the Battle Championship. Way back in the day, back when we still had the Matter boards. The Battle Championship, if you don't know, was actually something where you could go in with 6 different partners into that thing. Or rather, you had 6 different routes, technically 7 partners in the end. So, depending upon which route you chose, you might not have even seen the scene where Finn caught up with Euclitia at the time.
その後もユクネーを助けてくれたり、ダークファルスの奴らを撃退したり、深淵なる闇と戦ったり、今やアークスを代表するガーディアン。もう俺の相棒は卒業だな。今までありがとな。
I'll always be your partner.
そう素直に返されるのもちょっとむずがゆいな。今まで本当にありがとう。そしてこれからもよろしくな、相棒。
Alright, there's a Lambda Grinder. Oh, we've actually got one more scene here. Pen, I am over 700 titles on global. I'm not sure what I'm at on this version right now. Yeah, I guess we're closing out with Matoi then. Always together.
私ちょっとだけ怒ってるんだよ。芝から出た深淵なる闇があなたに移った後、一人でどこかへ消えちゃって、世界を守るために自分を犠牲にして、そういうのやめようって話し合ったよね。どっちかを残していくのはダメって約束したよね。
I only did what you would have done.
それを言われると反論できない。でも私もあなたもちゃんと戻ってきたし、今はこうやって一緒にお話できる。私たち最初からずっと一緒で、近いからこそ見えなくなってることもあるんだと思う。 二人でちゃんと話し合おう。二人でちゃんと考えよう。あなたも私も誰一人として犠牲にならず、みんなが笑顔でいられるように、これからもずっと一緒だからね。大好きだよ。
Matoy, I hate to tell you this, but you're gonna go over to Vandor at some point. Oh well. But that is the end of the story, and of everything. The final events leading up to the final battle, and as well as the epilogue. It's they really didn't drop too many hints here about New Genesis, which I guess is kind of expected to be seen. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait for answers here at this point, then. Pen, to answer your question, I think I'm at about 710 or 720. I need to look when I'm back over on the global version. Yeah, so we really didn't get too many other answers about what was going on with New Genesis here. But we do have actually, we don't have that much information still. It's all just gonna come down to exactly what Sega wants to tell us until that thing is ready. But the game is basically now in kind of this state whereby we're essentially waiting now for New Genesis to come out. We're waiting for the graphical updates to happen and everything else like that. So what I'd like to do from here is actually, and let me make sure I've got it on me. Yes, okay, so we're going to try out a trigger here, actually. Let me get myself over to a busier block. Yeah, block 13 if I can get in. Looks like I can. Good. Yeah, and I'm trying to hit 800 on the global version before episode 6 drops. Alright, so, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop one of these triggers here. Accept trigger quest, and we're gonna do Viva Las Vegas. So, let's go ahead and start this up on Ultra Hard, and hopefully we get some people joining us here. I'm curious if I got any titles for clearing things. I got something here. Which one was that? Okay, it's this one here, for defeating 10 of the Primordial Darknesses here. So you got Primordial Darkstone Deimos for that. I'll go ahead and take that. Oh wait, I thought I went into block... block 14 then, please, before my timer runs out. Because I got 3 minutes to remake this here. I think I already used up a minute or two. Alright, come on. Alright, off my screen. Trigger quest, Ultra Hard. It's really going to depend upon how many actually pop in. Here's the thing, with the Japanese servers, they don't pop into triggers very quickly that often, so... You know what? Maybe I should step this down. Run it extra hard and just... So I can at least run it solo here if I need to. Oh, and apparently we had an emergency quest coming up here. So yeah, then in that case, it's very unlikely anybody's going to join me here. Okay. In that case, let's step inside. I'll grab a shift to drink EX. And I can't bring any partners. Alright. I'll leave it open for a minute or two here just to see if anybody does decide to join us. But it's probably not going to happen at this rate. Let's see here. Let me... Yeah, there goes the grace period on it. So, I'll give it a minute here. We'll see if anybody pops in. If not, then we'll just go ahead and get this started. And, you're right about that, Pen. 700 is what we're expecting the Circular Amphithite Stone that you're going to need for the Lightstream series is going to be released at as a reward. And then 800, we're expecting the Liberate Unlocker to be where that comes into play. So hopefully that'll be it when the time comes for Episode 6, so I can just go and grab a Nova weapon and just get that thing unlocked into the Liberate. That's actually the weapon I've got right here. This Liberate sword here, and as you can see here, I've got this thing maxed out, basically. It's a really powerful weapon, but it's also really good defensively as well. I was really lucky to get that thing in place. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's joining, so we're gonna run this one solo, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's get this going. Alright, so hopefully we can actually take enemies out within the time limit we're going to have here, so we can get that bonus time Sierra was talking about. Alright, we actually got it. So let's see. And that is a lot of enemies there. And taking them out, as we can see here, is giving us a multiplier. And Geek from that has always been annoying, the way he can just stun you like that. Alright, Imperial Cleave. There we go, that got him. And let's see if we can take out the Vegas Illusia here. It doesn't look like it. Oh well. I need to adjust my my light stream here because that apparently doesn't have its photon arcs on. Rising Edge, Sonic, Arrow, Sacrifice Fight, and Guilty Break. There we go. Now that's interesting. What is a ultra hard difficulty anime doing here in extra hard? I can't even get a read on what its weakness is. Or no, you know what? That's different than what I think it is. That's the explodey thing. Yep, there we go. Wolgarda goes with it at the same time. And we got a decent amount of bonus time this time to work with. But yeah, now that the Vita is no longer supported in the game, they're able to put out this many enemies all at the same time. Alright, on to the next spot. And we're up against a Lithus Ghidorah here. That did some damage. Alright, looking at the side here, I don't think there's actually going to be an extra bonus time with this one. I think we just have to take this this boss out. I went into the wall. I couldn't even see when he was coming. Oh, he grabbed me. Trying to get away from these tables here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this is a crowd. Let's go ahead and bring out Elder. Alright, there goes one of them. And hey, we got some rappies here. Nice. Let's pop a photon blast and let's take them out. Alright, so not a huge multiplier, but given that we didn't have anybody else coming into this, that's fine. We did still get a number of weapons here, although nothing that's really big there. Let's check the big crystal. Alright, that looks like just a 10-star or something that dropped here. Why don't we do a quick fight against Persona here? We'll take it on Ultra Hard. Yeah, Pen, I can show you that once we're done here. And I don't think there is actually an AIS composite ring, if I remember correctly. Now this boss is actually the end boss for episode 5, but it's a fun fight to run still. There really isn't anything specific, especially because everything's going to be replaced with episode 6 gear, and we're thinking episode 6 is going to start sometime in early December. Alright, we're starting off against the double form here. For the double form, we got to take out these 2 orbs, as well as the other on the other side. And now we can go after the mask. The only thing I would really say is just get as many titles as you can at this point, so that you can get the Liberate Unlocker once that becomes available. Alright, Apprentice form. And it's a similar situation. We have to break orbs on the wings here. And onto the mask. On to the third phase. Basically, all I have to do in this fight is just keep after his heart, and we're good to go. Alright, next phase. Let's preload this. Alright, and moving on now to the last phase. He's about to reach out into space here. And he grabs some sort of a sword there. We're still not certain exactly what that is. But we just about have him down. And down goes Dark Falz Persona. Okay, we actually got something rare there at this time. Anything... I did want to pick up the units just because there's a chance that they might have, like an apprentice soul or something like that on them. Let me see if I can clear some more space here. They were giving out, Tokyo Gold keys as of late. Alright, and let's make our way back out to the lobby. I don't think I got anything that impressive, but I'll take a quick look here. Yeah, those are probably just 13 or 14 star weapons there. Let's see what we got. Got a Phobos Espadio, Profound Adoration, and a Phobos Gun Sickle. So, yeah, nothing that's really, truly, worth it for endgame at this point. It's just gonna be fodder at this point, for those. Let me drop these off in the extra storage. Alright, and then there was one more thing I wanted to take a look at here today. And there is a limited quest being run at this point here. Battleship Infiltration Enhancer. So let's go ahead and set ourselves up for that. Grab a shifty drink EX. Oh, and that's right. I'm sorry. I promised to show you the rings. Let me do that first for you, there, Pen. So we've got Just Counter Ring, the Chase W Support, Time and Roll, Defense Tech, Brave Power, Kick and Snatch, and then the Critical Strike and the Perfect Keeper rings. Those are the combined rings. I'll go through them a little bit slower for you here. Some of these are going to be named differently than they are on the global version. But I don't think they added any new ones. Okay, cool. Then yeah, you're good to go then at that point. If you've already gotten all the composite rings. Alright, back to the limited quest. Battleship Infiltration Enhancer. And let's get down there. And as we can see, this is one of the remaining ships that Shiva led here. And it looks like we have a luster class in here, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. I gave Luster a try, but it really just was not it really wasn't my cup of tea. It's not a class I'm going to be switching to. Alright, let's do it. Starting off against some Darkers. And it looks like we got rain here, so we gotta figure that situation out quickly. Looks like all the targets are already done. Okay, I think that that was actually what was causing it there. Sucks for me as a subclass of Toil here, because I can't get healed through Resta. I can only heal myself through mates. Oh, let me refresh that real quick. Experience, 250 Tri Boost, or 250 Rail Drop, and 100% Tri Boost. Let me go ahead and pop a Star Atomizer here. And the rain is back, so let's go ahead and hit these targets again here, shall we? And we got the Rafaga Ringadai there. Already went down. Diabo Egrithis is over here. Alright, on to the next one. We got a Evolian Dragon. No, Megaverse doesn't work either. Let's see here. Do I have a way to demonstrate? I don't think so. Up we go. Basically, anytime I try to heal myself using anything other than mates, or atomizers, it just doesn't work. It basically does a single point of healing. Oh, over here. I guess then this is just training here then. What are Earth enemies doing here? That's more what I was expecting. Some Lumen mechs. Kier245, thank you for the follow. Alright, on to the next area. And, gotcha there, Phantom. Yeah, I tried, doing, Etoile as main, but ultimately, Hunter Etoile, is the combo I decided to go with. I'm just way more familiar with Hunter, but I like, having, the Etoile, damage, reduction thing. Alright, catch you later, Pen. Alright, we got the Gravex Core here. We need to get behind it, break it open. Alright, there's one break. That took it down. Yeah, this is a pretty quick limited quest to run through, and I think, if anything, it's better than the one that we had earlier this year, where we were going from ship to ship. Alright, back to the lobby. And let's see if we got anything from that. No, it looks like just another set of lower star weapons, but let's see what we got here. Dim Sword, Basilisk series, and some more dim weapons there. Yeah, these days almost everything is dropping at 8 slots. It's very rare that you come across anything that's like 4 or 5 these days, especially if you've been carrying the where is it? The Monkey King bar and the Varlet. Those just increase the amount of slots that you get on your weapons. Let me pick up whatever this is over here. Oh, that's actually a number of them. Sheesh. Tokyo bonus key Rainbow. Oh, that's a player there. Alright, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and try running one of those rainbow keys here. Just for fun. I may already be at max level, but I think we need some for me to put together the new weapon. Where did it go? Did I put it in the bank? Yeah, this one here, the Dark Banisher Air Edge here. Let me show you what this looks like, actually. This is the lower tier of what the current tier that I'm working towards is. It doesn't look like much when it's put away, but once you pull it out, then it's got a really nice shing sound to it there, as you can hear. And pulling it out, it's got a interesting looking symbol there as well. But since that is not fully powered up yet to the crest weapon, I'm not using it. Instead, I'm hanging on to my light stream for the time being, and I'm still using that as a photon point battery. Anyway, shift to drink EX. Boosters were just refreshed, although, since I saw Masetten, I'll go ahead and grab Masetta boost as well here. Where did that go? There it is. Alright, let's kick this off. Having everything able to just explode like this is a really nice thing. Messes up some of my timing, though, I will say that. Alright, so they are given about 1.6 million experience. Alright, there goes the King Rappy. Let's take care of the next of the Kagami Kazuchi. Okay, we got the level cap bonus. And now this is the new portion of things. And here's where we got all the different Rappy flavors in the game. Or rather, all the King Rappy flavors. And we got a combo going, nice. There's another Tagami. And another over here. 3 enemies remain. There's the Masetten. And the Gunna Kazauchi. Break its orbs, and it becomes vulnerable. And that is a ton of experience right there. 7 million. And we're gonna get all of our Masetta over here. Hey, that's a 15-star there. Or no, actually, huh. We'll have to see in a second. We did get some 13-star units as well here. But yeah, being able to get ability transfer passes from that mission is also one of the reasons you really want to be running that thing. It just makes it so much easier to move things around. Alright, let's see here. Did we actually get anything? We did! We got a 15-star Wired Lance. So let's see what that is. A Shiho Seiru. It looks like it's an 8 slot. So that's nice. Comes with a marked grief on it. Not exactly what I would have preferred. Since that's a bit more defensive than I would want it to be. But it is equipable naturally by fighters and bouncers, which is kind of nice. And then as for the rest, we got some Ceres and Union weapons here. Alright, let's come on over here. Alrighty, so that pretty much brings us to the end of basically everything related to the story, because now we've gone through the epilogue. Not too much has really changed in terms of information that we were going to be given for New Genesis, unfortunately. We will have to see who is actually going to be there when the time arrives that New Genesis actually does come around. And yeah, it's just going to be a matter of time until that comes out. I'm hoping we're going to hear more about an alpha beta starting no later than Q2, because at that point then you've basically got PSO2 running for like 6 months at that point without, you know, some sort of an update in terms of where New Genesis is. I know the team is busy. as I was saying, we know that the development team is working hard to not just only get new Genesis developed, but also to upgrade the graphical engine. So we will see when all that is going to be ready as well. But hopefully it's not going to be too much longer. Hopefully we'll get some more information about everything soon here. Now, just as a quick programming note here, in the coming weeks, likely, and let me make sure I got the date on this right, likely the weekend of the 24th or the 25th, we're leaning on the 25th, but it could be the 24th, that episode of Day Dawn's Arcs is going to be a special story analysis episode of Day Dawn's Arcs, which is going to go deeper into analysis of sort of the ending of episode 6. We might cover a little bit of what led up to those events, and but basically it's going to be analysis about what happened, what we're going to be looking at in the future, and on that episode, while Xance is going to be abstaining since he hasn't had a chance to go through episode 6 yet at this point, I will be bringing on a couple of special guests for that episode to help in the analysis of everything. And so that's going to be a really special episode. You won't want to miss it, because we're going to be really talking about kind of what is sort of left over here, what we're speculating is going to be happening in New Genesis, as well as going through a deep dive analysis of everything that's happened at the end of episode 6, so that everybody's kind of on the same page about what actually happened there, because it's, even if you've gone through it, it's still kind of confusing what actually happened there at the end, and what the implications of what the Primordial Darkness was doing there, and the fact that that loop had happened for however many times it did until we finally reached this new future here. So definitely don't want to miss that. I'm really excited to bring that episode to you when we get there. Again, it's a couple of weekends away, so don't miss it. Aside from that, that's pretty much everything I had for today. Depending upon how things play out in the future, I may drop a quick stream every now and then here on the Japanese server for PSO2, but unless there's any really major events happening, there may not be too many more streams of this, especially because I also want to get focused more back. Well, one, of course, there is the global version, which we're still in episode 5 for that. Idola Phantasy Star Saga just had its English release, so I'm working my way through that. Plus, I want to get back to the other series that I had to drop once Global had released, like getting back to Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, getting back to Phantasy Star Zero, getting back to everything that I haven't had a chance to get through, either here on Twitch or over on YouTube. So it's an exciting time, and that's basically the plan until New Genesis launches, and then we'll kind of take it from there at that point. So, with all that said, let's see if we can find somebody that we can raid here. Give me one moment while I get the list pulled up. Do I recognize any names here today? Not seeing anybody that I recognize. Let me check my site here. No, I don't see anybody there either. Okay, so in that case, let's see if we can raid somebody. Why don't I hand you off to? Let's see, who would be good? Is there anybody on the Japanese server right now? That's who I want to try to hand you off to here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody, unfortunately. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to hand you off here to someone that's over on the global servers here. But let's do it to let's see. I'm trying to give you guys to somebody that's got a little bit lower number of viewers here. Let's do Kirana Fiore. Let me get them in the system here. Alright, they're in the system, and so with that, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. Let's get this raid started here.